The Fox and the Crow. A fox went in search of food, but couldn't find any. He sighed and looked at the sky. I am starving. Just then, the fox saw a crow about to have a meal. The crow was holding some meat in his mouth. The fox thought, "Aha! I'll take that meat." The fox approached the crow. "Hey, crow, you look good today." The crow couldn't say anything because his mouth was full. The fox kept talking. "Hey, you are pretty cute. And I'll bet you have a nice voice, too." The crow felt happy and excited, so he forgot the meat in his mouth and said, "Yes, sure, I do," and dropped the meat. "Oh, good, I got it." The fox quickly snapped up the meat. "Thanks to your stupidity, I can have this meat." Equal shares. A lion, a bear, and a fox were good neighbors. One day, the three went hunting in a field. After a while, they had enough prey and decided to divide the food. The lion said to the bear, "You can divide this equally." So, the bear divided the meat equally into 3 parts. But the lion was mad at the bear. "Hey, you think these are equal?" The bear was confused. But the lion was so frightening that the bear couldn't say anything. The lion then asked the fox to divide the food. The fox divided it into 1 big pile and 2 small ones. The fox gave the lion the big pile. "This one is for you." The lion nodded with a smile. "Where did you learn this way of making equal shares?" "Oh, I just learned it from you and the bear." The Timid Lion. A boastful lion lived in a forest. The lion always enjoyed the sight of every animal being afraid of him. "I am the bravest and handsomest animal in the whole forest." One night, while he was sleeping, he felt thirsty. So, he decided to go to look for water. Suddenly, he heard strange noises. He heard the whistling, the wind, and the murmur of a stream, too. It was the first time for him to hear these kinds of sounds, and he felt scared. The Reed and the Oak Tree. A reed and an oak tree were close neighbors. It was a cloudy and windy day. The oak tree was strong enough to fight the wind, but the reed couldn't stand it. The oak tree said to the reed, "Why are you shaking so much?" "Because I'm weaker than you." The oak tree was proud of himself. "You're right. I am sure that I am much stronger than you." One day, a storm hit the forest. The oak tree tried to stand, but finally lost a part of its trunk. On the other hand, the reed just shook, but didn't break. After the storm was over, the oak tree asked the reed what his secret was. The reed said, "I am certainly weaker than you, but I just make way for the wind and storm." The Astronomer. A famous astronomer lived in a town. He usually went to the observatory to observe the stars. One day, he was on his way to the observatory and fell into a hole dug for construction. "Please help me," he cried out. Luckily, A passerby found him. Please help me get out of here. Oh, aren't you the famous astronomer? The passerby recognized him. How did you fall in there? I was on the way to the observatory and was looking up at the sky. Well, sir, I think you need to look down as carefully as when you look up and observe the sky and the stars. The Fox Without a Tail. A careless fox lived in a forest. He got caught in a trap while trying to eat the meat in the trap. The fox was so troubled that he shook, but he managed to escape from the trap. Afterwards, he saw that his tail had been cut off. The other foxes teased him about it. You don't have a tail, ha-ha. The fox felt bad. Okay, it's true. I have no tail. And what if every other fox had no tail? So, the fox decided to encourage the other foxes to cut off their tails. Hey, everybody, look at me. I don't have a tail. There are a lot of advantages to not having a tail. The fox kept talking only about the good things of being without a tail. Finally, an old fox quietly said, You are just saying good things about life without a tail because you already lost yours. If you had a tail again, do you think you would say that we should all cut off our tails? The Mother and Baby Mole. A mother and baby mole lived in a cave. Unfortunately, the baby was born blind. One day, the baby said, Mom, I can see. I can see. Are you sure you can see? Yes, I can. The mother was very happy and surprised, but doubtful. So, she decided to test the baby. The mother showed the baby a piece of sulfur and asked, Can you see what this is? It's a stone, the baby answered. The mother was upset and said, Well, now you not only can't see, but you can't smell either. Two goats. A creek flowed through a forest. There was a bridge across the creek. Every animal needed to be careful when crossing the bridge. One day, a goat stood at each end of the bridge. Each goat thought the other should make way for him, but neither would give way to the other. Oh, you didn't make room for me. Finally, they met halfway. You get out of my way. No, you get off. And they started to fight. After a while, they both fell into the deep water. In the water, they felt bad about their behavior and said, Oh, I should have let you pass. But by then, it was too late for regret.